Hello, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics, They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on Library or BitChute, the name of my channels on those two websites is Comic Freak. We're going to be talking about a new rumor. Marvel and Kevin Feige could take over DC Comics. It looks like, sadly, DC Comics might now be handled by Marvel Comics. And if this is an indication, it means the mainstream comic book industry is truly in the dumpster and it's now being set on fire because this is truly a waste of great potential. Up till a few years ago, DC Comics was doing great with Rebirth, but then they decided to screw it up. As I've heard, basically because of Dan Didio, and we'll be learning all about it in this article. Following the sudden departure of Dan Didio from DC, onlookers were quick to hit the panic button and pronounce DC as dead on arrival, and now there is a rumor they will be taken over by their competition. Cosmic Book News shared the rumor over the weekend detailing AT&T is unhappy with Didio's proposed 5th generation reboot of DC's continuity, 5G. The company is allegedly considering licensing out the characters for Marvel to publish while maintaining control of the valued intellectual property. Lords of the Long Box on YouTube also covered this, noting the rumor might be disinformation cooked up by AT&T and Warner Brothers to gauge fan reaction. I'll tell you what the fan reaction is. Don't do this, Warner Media. Get back to what you were doing earlier with Rebirth. You were doing great then. Lords also note the implication Kevin Feige could end up handling DC characters on the cinematic end and bring some into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Feige currently runs Marvel's publishing too. CNB points out that this isn't that much of a stretch when you remember Marvel has the deal going with Sony to share Spider-Man and associated characters. Ethan Van Sciver also talked about the speculation on his livestream. While he doesn't think AT&T will sell off DC entirely either, they really enjoy Batman. His insider intel tells him that the conglomerate is losing interest in comics and might fold the publisher. Understand, it doesn't mean the characters are going to go anywhere. Batman, of course, is a prized possession of AT&T. Now AT&T is Batman and they are going to keep putting out movies and products and toys and all that stuff. Comic books are dead and they are going to close up the publishing house soon. I'll tell you that a professional who I spoke to recently said, yeah, I was talking to no one on less than one of the higher-ups at DC Comics who said that if 5G doesn't work out, that's it. AT&T is closing the publishing arm, so this is a ball game. CBN asserts Dan Didio was called into the AT&T office, fired, and immediately he exited. The reason reportedly is the former co-publisher butted heads with Scott Snyder, who didn't want his work to be tied up and dictated by the 5G relaunch. Reportedly, AT&T doesn't want to go through with it as too much is on the line with the classic characters and the more profitable film, television, and merchandising ventures. 5G would recast the A-list heroes, much like the failed Marvel Now, with brand new secret identities and characters. In some cases, a black Batman has most notably and infamously been on the agenda. This is problematic for the marketing promotion and toys involved with the Batman, which is out next year and stars a white English actor in the lead. It may also come to pass film and TV writers such as J.J. Abrams, who has to deal with Warner Media to step in and pin the comics. Note, despite the track record of a Greg Berlanti, Hollywood people are just outsiders, just as Didio was. Yeah, they don't truly understand the others' way of thinking and they think their way is right, which is just bloody perfect when you want to see a good comic book, isn't it? They're just going to ruin DC Comics even further. The despair that DC Universe will be shut down has renewed due to all the news and rumors. AT&T's reviewing their non-secret assets doesn't help, but originally the streaming app was deemed in trouble in the wake of Swamp Thing's unexplained cancellation. Sister original programming Titans and Doom Patrol have futures, at least for now. Doom Patrol is expected to air on both HBO and Max, and DC Universe Stargirl is premiering as well, but will air equally on DC Universe and the CW. The next crop of DC shows such as Green Lantern and Strange Adventures are being developed for HBO Max. What role DC Universe will have in the development of new programming remains to be seen. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people, so make sure you're still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics, They're Bad For You. Then go over to BitChute and Library and subscribe to my channels on those two websites. They're both named Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. And if you could you also please share this video? Share it on Twitter, share it on Reddit, and share it on Facebook. Share it anywhere you think it will do the most good because YouTube is not going around promoting their own YouTube creators anymore. So please share this video. Now listen closely. It's that time of the day again. It's plug-in time. Keep checking back in all my future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.